Ready? Programmed.
Now add the people.
Global crowd selection online. Enter access code to share. Access granted.
This is A State of Trance podcast with Armin van Buuren.
A great start to a new episode of the State of Trance podcast, M.O.R.P.H with Eternal Flame, the first track of part 2 of the Universal Religion Chapter 6 podcast special, which is all about CD2 of my new double mix compilation, recorded live on August 20th in Privilege in Ibiza. You can find the CD on armadashop.com or get the download on iTunes or check the full mixes on Spotify. For more information, surf to my website, arminvanbuuren.com. What else do I have in store for you this week? New music by Dash Berlin, Paul Webster, Andy Moor and the Neptune project. But first, to follow up to the fusion, here's the Ukrainian producer Omnia with his single Infina. You're tuned in to the State of Trance podcast. This week I'm showcasing you some tracks of CD2 of my new double mix compilation, Universal Religion Chapter 6. It's out now. You just heard a stunning remix Alexander Popov made of Dash Berlin and Emma Hewitt, Like Spinning Plates. Thank you so much for all your emails. Armin@thestateoftrance.com. Happy 21st birthday to Alex from New York. Good luck on your marathon. And Hakim Helal from Montreal, Canada, shouts out to all his friends in Canada and in Tunisia. And Jonathan Chavez from Durango, Mexico sends a big shout out to his brother Dario and his best friend James. Keep sending me your emails, requests, or anything you want to share with me. Maybe you'd like to hear a certain classic on the next podcast. Let me know. Armin@thestateoftrance.com. Let's carry on with another track that is featured on Universal Religion Chapter 6. The banging MaRLo dub of Paul Webster, Time.
As men are formed.
The master of vocal chops, Andy Moor, and his magical track, Kata, as featured on Universal Religion Chapter 6. This is the A State of Trance podcast, and I have another cool announcement for you. From now on, you can find the full State of Trance radio episodes on Spotify, so you won't miss out on anything. If you want to know more about it, surf to arminvanbuuren.com. Alright, last track of this week, Neptune Project with Polly Strange, The Inside. That's it for this week, showcasing you some of my favorite tracks of Universal Religion Chapter 6. For more information about the double disc, see my website, arminvanbuuren.com. Next week, I'll be back with a regular episode of A State of Trance podcast. See ya!
For more info and previous editions of the podcast, visit arminradio.com or youtube.com/Armin van Buuren. Until next time.
For more info, check www.armadamusic.com.